is up, guys? Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in today. I want to give you a little overview about the U.S. women's soccer national team game that happened this past Friday against the Netherlands. It was a rematch of the Women's World Cup final that we saw this past World Cup, and it was super exciting. It actually ended up having the same final game score, which was the U.S. women's team winning 2-0 against the Netherlands team. But there are two specific points that I really want to talk on today that were really exciting to see this past Friday in that game. First and foremost, we had the return of Kristie Mewis. Kristie is the sister of standout national team player Sam Mewis, also the older sister of Sam. The last time that Kristie made a cap or appeared on the field for the women's national team was way back in 2014. So that was 2,723 days ago. She had since torn her ACL, had surgery, played across the ocean and back in the NWSL, which is the National Women's Soccer League here in the U.S. So it's been definitely a long road to see Kristie back on the pitch with the team, but very exciting to see her back on the field. She did not get the start, but she was able to join the team and play alongside her sister, which was super exciting. And to cap all of that off, she was able to get the second goal of the night, which put the U.S. up 2-0 against the Netherlands. So that was really exciting for Kristie, a very cool moment for the Mewis sisters that they both memorialized on social media, on their Instagram. I'm sure their families are definitely going to remember that moment for a very long time. The second very exciting thing that I want to mention, maybe not exciting, but definitely a landmark for sure, was the stand that the players took, announcing their allegiance with the Black Lives Matter movement in the very beginning of the game. Every player had on a white full zip warm-up that said Black Lives Matter in red and blue striped on top of red and blue stripes across the chest. They all wore that at the beginning of the game, which was really important because the women's national team is a diverse group of women from all different kinds of backgrounds, ethnicities, identities, all of that kind of stuff. And so it's really exciting to see them standing up for a social movement. But this is not something that was unexpected from the women. They have long been making these type of public stances all the way since they first were pioneers for the sport, for both young girls and young boys. So this was really something that, again, was not unexpected, but is always interesting to see how they choose to make that stance. Additionally, we did see a lot of players come out and post either on their Instagram, Twitter, or both. This was going to be current players or players that weren't on the team right now, or even past players who've since retired, make this statement, and I do want to read this and share for you all. It says, "We love our country, and it is true honor to represent America. It is also our duty to demand that the liberties and freedoms that our country was founded on extend to everyone. Today we wear Black Lives Matter to affirm human decency. We protest against racial injustice and police brutality against Black people. We protest against the racist infrastructures that do not provide equal opportunity for Black and brown people to fulfill their dreams, including playing on this team. As the United States women's national team players, we collectively work toward a society where the American ideals are upheld and Black lives are no longer systemically targeted." Then it says Black Lives Matter, the U.S. women's national team players, USA versus Netherlands, 11-27-20. So again, like I said before, this was not something that was unexpected, but definitely a cool moment. I read that specifically from Crystal Dunn's Instagram page, but like I said, a lot of other players made posts like these before or after the game. So very exciting. It also saw the return of Alex Morgan for her first cap since having her daughter Charlie not long ago, as well as she has been playing overseas, as well as Tobin Heath, Kristen Press, and a few other players who a lot of fans were excited to see Black on the roster. So we're excited to have all of that recapped for you here. That was the last game that we'll see the women on the field for 2020, but we're excited to get them back in camp before after the new year. So thanks so much for tuning in, and be safe.